Everybody, please stand and turn your attention to the end of the aisle for the entrance of the bride.
Something to me, and I've been in a daze ever since the day that...
On behalf of Kayla and Brooks, I want to welcome you all. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add best wishes to the words which will unite Kayla and Brooks in marriage. Please be seated. Weddings are always a cause for celebration, and today is no different. Kayla and Brooks have asked each of you here to take part in their wedding because you are important in their lives, and you are part of the reason that they stand here together today. Kayla and Brooks, in a few minutes it will be time for the two of you to begin your new life together. In their love for each other, which they publicly express in this ceremony, Kayla and Brooks demonstrate not only their joy in the present, but their commitment to share the future together. This is a time of celebration for all of you who know and love them. Brooks and Kayla, in just a moment, I'm going to ask both of you to respond to questions that will signify your intention to marry one another. Brooks, do you take Kayla to be your wife? Do you promise to love, adore, and encourage her, to share the good times and achievements, as well as the hard times and disappointments, to keep her even in sickness and in sorrow, and to be loyal to her forevermore?
I do.
Kayla, do you take Brooks to be your husband? Do you promise to love, adore, and encourage him, to share the good times and achievements, as well as the hard times and disappointments, and to keep him even in sickness and in sorrow, and to be loyal to him forevermore?
I do.
Kayla and Brooks, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you and wish you the best today. Everyone who comes to where we are today shares something in common, and that is we want the best possible relationship imaginable. And I know that to be true of the two of you. There are some thoughts on how this can become a reality. First, remember what got the journey started. Remember how you met. Remember what attracted you to each other and what first brought the two of you together. Remember that process of falling in love with each other. Remember all of these things. Remember your history and celebrate it often. Secondly, remember today. I know the two of you will remember this day, this hour, in fact, this very moment in time where you're making this commitment to one another. Both of you have been there for each other, and I encourage you to continue to be there for each other as you move forward. I want to encourage you to remember this moment as the two of you rely on each other and to celebrate that today and often. And finally, remember your future together and the reasons that you love one another. Today you will speak about your commitment to each other, and this is one of your greatest affirmations to date. I'm sure you've had many other moments like this in your journey where you've made promises to one another, and I encourage you to have many more moments just like this. Remember the vows that you are making here today, and remember these commitments as you grow together and look to the future. And so, I encourage you to always continue to tell each other the things that you love about one another, and I wish you the best as you continue your journey together wherever life takes you. And now, it's time for the sharing of your vows with one another. As you look deeply into each other's eyes, know that you will remember this moment for all of your days. Brooks, as you look at Kayla standing before you, please share the vows that you have prepared.
Okay, they're written, so. But Kayla's definitely afraid of bees, by the way. Everyone. Her mom called
And
them
there's
bees.
just
Yeah.
one right here.
Yeah, one very stubborn bee. So, Kayla, life has a crazy way of moving us in directions that we don't see coming, like meeting someone and falling in love. I feel so lucky to be sharing my life with you, and now in front of family and friends, we're getting hitched. Again. I couldn't be happier than I am today. I have so many stories, it's hard to choose just one. But when I sat down to reflect on our relationship, I kept thinking of the story of our first date and how we met at Kelso Provincial Park to play catch, which you were totally on board with since you didn't have a baseball glove. I brought you one. And we ended up going for ice cream, and you invited me back to your birthday party. Now, thinking back, I wonder if you weren't as optimistic as me and the birthday party was just your getaway plan. And not only did we have our first date, but I met every one of your close friends, and we shared our first kiss, and I survived. Knowing that something amazing had just happened, and almost 4 years later, I'm still amazed by you every day. We share a lot of love and a lot of laughter together. Mostly, I'm pretty sure, and the kids will probably agree, it's something silly that I have sat her down. Hence the no cows in the bed message that I accidentally said instead of the no dogs in the bed last night because I can't see anything, right? Yeah. You make me happier than I could have ever imagined, and we fit our lives together so easily, it can only be said that it was meant to be. You have a way of making everything you touch a little brighter, and it's one of the reasons I cherish every moment we spend together. Sorry. You don't back down, and you're ruthless at board games. And you make my mistakes seem smaller and my life deeper and happier, and I will love you the most, always and forever. Oh, shit. And that baseball glove, by the way, is still sitting in my truck 4 years later, but it was worth every penny. I love you too.
For the record, Brooks, grooms cry more often than brides.
I'll bet they do.
So you're in good company.
Oh, good.
Kayla?
And she got her cry after
Yeah.
all the videos of crying I watched. I did it, okay? There you go, all right?
Kayla, as you look back at Brooks, please share the vows that you have prepared.
Brooks, 4 years ago when we started talking, I knew that this was different. The first time you wrapped your arms around me, I knew that I didn't want you to let go. It didn't take long after that first date to realize that you were everything I ever dreamed of but didn't know existed. And our first trip together was what really solidified everything for me. Sometimes in life, there's really just a little moment with no rhyme or reason that makes everything click. And for me, it was that trip when we took the ferry to Vermont. And I remember staring into the distance of Burlington, Vermont. And it was only, and I knew for a fact that this was going to be forever. There was no reason for it. It was just that moment that I knew that it was only a matter of time that I would be standing here with you in front of all of our family and friends. It's impossible to list the many little reasons that I adore you, but for the sake of these vows, I'll try. Like the way you tell your story so animated and with so much character, like the Kool-Aid Man. The way you kiss me every single morning, even if I'm dead asleep and catching flies. And of course, the way you always make me laugh, even if you're the punchline. Brooks, with you, I'm free to be unapologetically myself. You make it so easy to love you and to let my guard down and be unconditionally loved. I love you more than I can ever express, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life laughing with you.
May I please have the rings? These rings mark the beginning of a long journey, filled with wonder, surprises, laughter, tears, celebration, grief, and joy. As often as either of you looks at these rings, may you be reminded of your commitment to love one another, which you have made here today. Brooks, as you place this ring on Kayla's finger, please repeat after me.
Kayla, I give you this ring as a symbol of the love I have for you. Wear it now as a sign of the love we share together.
Kayla, as you place this ring on Brooks' finger, please repeat after me.
Brooks, I give you this ring as a symbol of the love I have for you. Wear it now as a sign of the love we share together.
It's on. And it's not coming off. I now invite you, Brooks and Kayla, along with your witnesses, to the signing of your license. Now that Kayla and Brooks have made their lifelong promises to each other and have exchanged rings, they've chosen to symbolize the joining of their two lives by participating in a very special ceremony ritual. Bring out the alcohol. No drinking. You may not realize it, but a good shot is like a good marriage in many ways. Now stay with me here. It warms you from the inside, gives you strength and confidence, and it helps you face difficult situations with a little bit of ease. When the rest of the world seems to turn their backs on you, alcohol is there. Sometimes alcohol gives you a little bit of a headache, but you get over it. Alcohol is always forgiven. Kayla and Brooks, as you each give each other this shot for the ritual, you are symbolically adding your own unique strengths that you bring to this marriage. Brooks, you bring your calming presence, a sense of humor, and a strong work ethic. Kayla, you will add your kindness, humor, intelligence, creativity, and determination. Brooks and Kayla, that's right.
I knew that.
Yeah. Brooks and Kayla, please give each other the shots. Don't drink it. Just you're going to exchange them. Yeah. So now, I'm going to need all of your assistance as we cheer Kayla and Brooks on. When I say go, we will all yell 1, 2, 3 cheers, and Kayla and Brooks will drink to their wedding day and to their lifelong partnership. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, cheers! And they were full.
Thanks for that.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here today to share in this special moment with Kayla and Brooks. As we near the end of the ceremony, I'd like to take this moment to give you a few brief but important announcements. Immediately following the ceremony, Brooks and Kayla will be taking pictures with their wedding party and family members. During this time, guests are invited inside to enjoy cocktail hour. Brooks and Kayla, may life bring you beautiful moments full of togetherness and love that leave you with memories to warm your souls for many years to come. May you discover new ways to appreciate the great gifts that you have together as a couple. May you have all the time you want to enjoy the magic and wonder of your love. May you look ahead with the faith and confidence that the coming years will be your best ever. And now, here are the words you've all been waiting to hear. Kayla and Brooks, you have made public vows to each other in front of us as witnesses. You have confirmed your promises by the joining of hands and exchanging of rings. Therefore, it is now my honor to present to you all for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Brooks and Kayla Henderson. You may now kiss your bride.